Good day, my yoga students. Good day, my yoga students. I hope you are having a fit and happy day with a strong mind and body. We're going to set our intentions for a yoga practice today. It's going to be fun, energizing, and at the end, very relaxing. We're going to practice our relaxation contraction exercise at the end of class. So we're going to think of this yoga practice as climbing a mountain or going or that a wave in the ocean. We're going to start out climbing that mountain. We're coming up to the top of that wave, and then we're slowly going to come back down. Okay, so let's have fun with it. Do the best you can. Make any adjustments that you need to. Try to be here in the present now. This next 30 to 50 minutes, be here with me. Give yourself this gift of yoga practice. So let's all start in our strong mountain pose, making sure the shoulders are down and back. Your hands are open, the knees are soft. And we're just going to take those energizing breaths. So breathe deeply in through your nose for a count of 6, breathing in all that good energy and strength. And then exhale out the mouth for 4. So remember, when we take our yoga test, an energizing breath is when you make your inhalation longer, and a relaxation breath is when you make your exhalation longer. So right now we're trying to get energized. So again, taking that deep breath in through your nose for a count of 6. Belly expands, breathe from that diaphragm, and then exhale out. So let's go ahead and place one hand on our stomach so that we can be aware of that belly breathing very deep. So breathing again in through your nose for a count of 4 or 6. Belly expands, and then exhale out. Belly comes back down again. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing in through the nose, breathing in all that good energy, strength, and then let it out. All right, bringing those hands to heart center, pressing the palms together so that you feel that warmth through your heart center. And we're going to start out with that flow yoga. So we're just going to take those arms overhead, elongating that spine, and we're just going to take it to our crescent pose flow, coming from one side to the other, letting our breath flow with the movement. Inhale, exhale. Just waking up the body. The blood circulating, very important in yoga to warm the body up first. We're going to come to the center. We're going to come into that extended mountain, arching back, and then we're going to sit into that strong chair. Exhale into extended mountain, gazing up. Inhale, sitting into that strong chair. Continue that flow, working at your own pace. Trying to sink deep into the earth as you do the chair, and then reaching up to the sky as you do the extending mountain. And let's hold this chair pose, keeping a nice steady gaze, deep breath. We're going to come into that balanced chair. So just lifting the heels up, balancing on the forefoot, keeping that nice steady gaze, and then releasing back to mountain. We're going to walk our feet out to that nice straddle stance. Toes and knees are pointed out. We're going to reach up to the sky into that moonflower. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reaching up. Inhale. Exhale. Trying to sink into the earth. And then again, reaching up to the sky. Letting that breath flow with the movement. Starting to feel warm. And then we're going to come into that strong sun. So just extending the arms out strong, reaching out through the fingertips. And then from here, we're going to do that side flow again. We're going to reach to one side as if you're pushing through water. Warming up the side bodies. Inhale, exhale. We're going to come back to the sun. This time I want your palms to be up. Your fingertips are open, reaching out, and we're going to take it to that hugging of the tree. So round your back, scoop your belly, and then open the chest as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale, come back. Warming up the upper back, warming up the chest. Couple more. And we're going to come back to that sun. We're going to walk our feet in a little bit, and we're going to try to come into our deep squat. So bring the hands to heart center. See if you can sink down. Let your arms come in the inner part of your thighs. Distribute your weight evenly between your whole foot. Feeling the strength through your legs. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out. It's a little challenging, but it's good to have a challenge. We're slowly going to come up. We're going to take it to our wide straddle. So now your toes and knees should be pointed straight ahead. Again, make sure your legs are straight, but the knees are soft. Don't want to lock those knees out. We're going to extend our arms. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to hinge so that you have a flat back. Your arms are extended. Your abs are pulled in to support your back. Again, the knees can be soft. You want to have that neutral posture. So not really a flat back, but that lumbar posture is fine. Pull the abs in as if somebody could set a cup of coffee on your back. And then we're going to bring the hands down. We're going to take it to a little flow here. We're just going to bend one side and then the other. Inhale, exhale. Nice and easy. Feeling the strength through the inner thighs. Nice stretch. Couple more. We're going to come back to center. We're going to come into that frog position. So hands are down, sitting back into that deep cleansing breath. Holding for a couple breaths if we can. And then we'll extend the legs back up. Walk the feet in. Heel toe, and then slowly roll yourself up one vertebra at a time, slow and controlled, until the last thing up is the crown of your head, and then a deep breath again. Inhale. So that was our warm-up. The muscles should be ready to do some more work. Warmed up, blood is circulating, and we're going to go through that sun salutation series. I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to start in our mountain. Sweep the arms up to extend a mountain, arching back, open up the chest. Feel that nice stretch through your abs. Then we're going to sweep our arms down as we hinge from our waist into that forward fold. Let your fingertips line up with your toes. Let your head be hanging heavy, and maybe shake your head for a little bit. Just loosen it up. Take a step back with the right foot into that left lunge, making sure your knee does not go over your toe. We have the option of bringing our knee down if we need to. Otherwise, we're sticking with the high lunge. Then we're going to bring our left back to the right into that full plank. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Hands are starfish, so you distribute the weight evenly so it doesn't bother your wrist. So one of the requests that I have from one of the students, I have a list of poses that were requested, is the chaturanga or four limb pose. So we're going to try that right now. It's pretty challenging. It's that push-up, yoga push-up, keep your elbows in, but you want to try to hold it. So you're going to come down, and you're going to try to hold that position. If you need to bring your knees down, you can, but this is that four-limb stack pose. And then come all the way down, coming into your strong cobra, feeling the strength through your low back, deep breaths. From here, we're going to bring the toes underneath, push back to our down dog. Let your head drop between your arms, and let's pedal those feet. Walk those feet out. We call it walking the dog because we're in that down dog. Press one heel down and the other. Inhale, exhale. And then from here, we're going to take a step forward with the right foot, or as many steps as it takes to get that right foot between your hands. Again, we can stick with the high lunge, or if we need to, we can bring the knee down. Then we're going to bring that left to the right, back to forward fold. Slowly sweep those arms up, back to extended mountain where we began. Arching back, deep breath, and bring those hands to heart center. So remember, for our test, yoga students, the sun salutation is meant to be done, and you should do it every morning to get you ready for the day, get you mentally and physically ready. So you do that a few times through, even if you do it once through, okay? Now we're going to go over our moon salutation that is meant to be done at the end of the day to relax you and prepare you to have a good night's sleep. You can do it a little bit slower if you want to. This time I'm going to show you from the front. We're going to start in our mountain. Sweep our arms up to extended mountain, but without an arch this time. The reason I want to show you here is you want to make sure that your shoulders are not up in your ears. So pull the shoulders down. Imagine that you're holding a ball in your hand, so you're getting that dynamic tension. So just elongating that spine, gazing up towards your fingertips. From here, keeping the knees soft, we're going to come all the way forward to that flat back. Your head should be between your arms. And then you're slowly coming up down to forward fold. Again, if you need to bend your knees more to touch the ground, that's fine. Do what works for you. Then we're going to come into a tuck position. If the knees are popping a little bit, that's okay. From here, we're going to step back with your right foot into a kneeling lunge. So the knee is down, the foot is flexed or pointed. We're going to sweep our arms up to extended kneeling lunge. Deep breath. So you should feel that nice stretch through that hip flexor, that muscle that goes from your hip to the front of your thigh. It tends to get really tight from walking. So we're stretching that out. We're going to bring those hands down. Bring your left to meet your right. And then we're going to sweep our arms up to extended camel. And again, if I show you that from the side, you're going to try to lean back a little bit, if you can, so that you feel that stretch all the way through your core. And then from here, we're going to scoop our arms down to full child's pose. So in child's pose, your palms are up. You're going to relax your forehead down. Another option, if you find that you can't get your bottom down, you can always do child's pose with your legs open, if that's more comfortable, and then reach forward like so. That's an option. Otherwise, we're going back to child. And then we are going to extend the arms to extended child. From here, you're going to try to imagine that you're like a serpent. And we're going to scoop our body up, scoop your chin, your chest, your abs, all the way to that strong cobra. Remember with cobra, we want to use the strength of our back, not our hands, okay? So make sure you're using your back. Your hands are just there for balance. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to return to extended child. So sit back, let the head relax down. We're going to sweep our arms up, back to extended camel. Deep breath in. And this time you're going to step forward with the right foot. So now we're doing that kneeling lunge on the opposite side. Deep breath. And remember, I might be going a little faster than you would want. You go whatever pace works for you. Bring the hands back down to frame that foot. We're going to come back to that tuck position. So bring your left back to your right into that tuck position. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to extend those legs out straight back to forward fold. Keep the knees soft. Let the head drop. We're going to reach up to the sky from where we started. Shoulders are out the ears. Squeeze that ball. And then slowly bring the hands to heart center. All right, very good. All right, so let's have fun with our tree pose. So we have options. It's good to warm up first and get some things going before you practice your balance poses. But we can start with the low tree. We can take it up a little bit more if we wanted to. And then we have the option of taking it all the way up and in. Make sure shoulders and hips are squared. We can take the arms up, or we can keep them at heart center. Keep that nice steady gaze. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out. So ideally, when you're practicing your balance poses, you should try to hold them for about 8 to 10 breaths if you can. And then we're going to take it to the other side. Just shake out for a moment. Really root the whole foot in. You can even use your toes to grip into the earth. We can take it here. We can take it right below our knee, or we can try to take it above the knee. All options. I'm going to extend my arms this side time. Nice steady gaze. Deep breath. And let's release, shake it out. All right, so we're going to go through our warrior series. It consists of the warrior series that I use has 4 different poses. And we're going to start with warrior 1. So I'm going to step out with my right foot. My left foot's turned in at 45 degrees. Then I'm going to turn my whole body towards that right side, and I'm going to bend my leg. Make sure that your stance is wide enough so that when you bend your leg, your knee does not go over your toe. So ideally in Warrior One, your legs should be parallel to the floor if you can. If not, it's fine to be up a little bit higher if that's more comfortable. But either way, we're going to extend the arms up, palms facing each other, into that strong Warrior One. Deep breath. Gazing up to the fingertips. Unless it bothers your cervical and your neck, you can always keep your head neutral if you need to. From here, we're going to come into our Warrior Two. So we're separating the arms, we're reaching out, our arms are dynamically active, and then we're going to look to the right at that middle finger. All right, make sure too that you want this right heel lined up with your back heel as if you're in between two panes of glass. All right, so we're here. We're going to flow those two together. So we're going to inhale to Warrior One as your hips turn to the side. And then we're going to exhale to two as your shoulders and hips turn to the front. Again, inhale, Warrior One. Exhale, press into Warrior Two. Two more times. Inhale, one. Exhale, press two. Inhale. Exhale. All right, from here, we're going to do our reverse warrior. So turn your right palm up, slide your left hand down your leg, reach up and over, gazing up towards your fingertips, feeling that nice stretch through your torso. This is your reverse warrior. Deep breath. So from here, we can add a little flow, make a fist, pull down. Exhale, reach up to that warrior, reverse warrior. Exhale, come down, make a fist. Inhale, open the arms, reach up and over, really slide that hand down, get that good range of motion. Inhale, exhale. Two more times. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. All right, so now we get to play with our Warrior Three. So just have fun with it. Do the best you can. It's quite challenging, so we do have options. All right, so we're going to go back to Warrior One. And when you're ready, you're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to put the weight in your front leg. You're going to lift that back leg up. You need to back up a little bit, okay? Reach forward. And you want to make sure that that extended leg, the foot is either flexed or pointed so that this leg is tight. That's going to help. So let's do it again. We're in Warrior One. Shift your weight, lift that back leg up and reach forward. The tighter your body is, the easier it's going to be able to hold it. So think about keeping the core tight, everything tight, okay? Let's do it one more time. Practice makes perfect. Start in your one, hinge forward. Just do the best you can. It also helps to keep your head between your arms. All right, let's shake it out. We're going to do that whole warrior series on the other side. Inhale, exhale. All right, let's take that Warrior One to this side. So now your back foot is turning at a 45-degree angle, and your whole body is going to turn to that left side, okay? We're going to bring the arms up, palms facing each other, shoulders out of your ears, into that strong Warrior One. Think about that dynamic tension. So in yoga, what's great is the whole body right now is working. Everything's working. Deep breath. And we're going to come into that strong Warrior Two. Arms are active and parallel, reaching out through the fingertips. Shoulders and hips are squared towards the front in Warrior Two. Then your gaze is over that middle finger. Deep breath. So let's flow those together. Inhale, turn your hips to the side, reach up to Warrior One. Exhale, hips and shoulders come to the front, press to Warrior Two. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press down. Continue that flow, again, working at your own pace, letting your breath flow with the movement. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now we're going to come to reverse warrior. Turn the left palm up, slide the right hand down that leg, reach up and over, Gazing up towards your fingertips, making that arcing motion. Deep breath. And we can add that flow, make a fist, pull down, use those back muscles, and then open up back to reverse warrior. Inhale, come down. Exhale, reach up. Continue. Again, going at your own pace. And let's do one more. Get that good range of motion. All right, we're going to come back to warrior one. And when you're ready, you're going to try that warrior three. Now, we're going to practice at least 3 times. You fall, you just try again. Let go of any judgment, any expectations. Just do the best you can today. Yoga is a journey. It's not a destination. Okay, let's try it again. Core is tight, deep breaths, heads between your arms, lift that back leg up. Extend and reach and hold if we can. Beautiful, shake it out. I'm gonna try one more time. Loosen it up, get yourself ready. It does help if you're not on a slippery surface too, and that you can grip with your feet. Reach and hold. All right, I think it's time to sit down. All right, so we're gonna take it to a seated position. Try not to use your hands. We're gonna bring the bottoms of the feet together and just rock it from side to side. Inhale, exhale. Deep breath in and out. So at the end of class today, we're gonna have a reward, that contraction relaxation exercise that we've done in class before. So let's just try to do our best right now. And let's come into that bound angle or butterfly pose. Try to bring your heels in. And then if you can, you're going to slightly use your arms to press those legs out so that you feel that sensation in your inner thighs. Deep breath, hinge forward a little bit, and you'll feel a nice stretch through the low back at the same time. Deep breath in through the nose, exhale out. And let's just shake it out. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so from here, we're going to do our boat pose. And we're going to make it dynamic today. So again, I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see that I'm going to come back on that sacrum and I'm going to scoop my belly. So I'm not here. My starting position is take a deep breath in, exhale, pull your belly in, come back on that sacrum. Options here. We can keep our arms behind our thighs, lift one leg up, lift the other, and we can stay right here. We can extend the legs and we can extend the arms. These are all options. All right. So we're going to play with doing that low boat to high boat. So bend the whole time, keeping the core tight and steady. We're going to bend the legs and then try to straighten them. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Working through that core. Very important yoga to have that strong core. Keep that flow if you can. Exhale, extend up. Inhale, bend. One more time. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Nice job. All right, let's come into our seated straddle. Shake it out for a minute. Inhale, exhale. I have my son's dog here helping us. He does down dog every morning. It's awesome. He is a Norwegian elk hound, if you're wondering. Beautiful dog. His name is Roshak. We're going to take those starfish fingers in the center. We're going to make sure our knees are up to the sky and they're not turned in. So make sure those knees are up, even if you have to bring your legs together a little bit, okay? From here, we're going to flex our feet and bend the legs some, and then extend our feet as we straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, inhale. So I'm going to use this as a teaching moment on the test. We have to know the difference between the term extension and flexion. So when extension means that we're making the angle larger. Flexion means we're making the angle shorter. So when I flex my foot, which we're going to do in our contraction relaxation, I see a lot of people doing this because our eyes will be closed. I'll say flex your feet and they'll actually extend them. So flex means you're making the angle smaller and bringing it in. Extension means the angle gets bigger. A lot of times it's easier to understand with a bicep curl. So if I show you from the sides, if I bring my arm up, this is flexion. I just made the angle smaller. And this is extension. I made the angle bigger. Okay. All right. Good job. All right. So from here, we're going to try what we call the turtle pose. Okay. So we're actually going to go back to the bending of the legs and the foot is flexed. And then we're going to try to take our hands with the palms down and reach through. And you're just feeling that nice stretch. This is the turtle pose. Deep breaths. Just do the best you can. And release. And we're going to shake it out. Shake those legs out. And let's do that wide boat. Okay. So again, coming back on that sacrum, we have the option of using our peace fingers and our thumb to grab our big toe. If that's not comfortable, we're going to grab the outside of our foot or above our ankle. So do what works for you. If you have socks on, you won't be able to probably grab your big toe unless they're toe socks. Either way, I'm going to do traditional. You're going to come back on that sacrum, scoop your belly, and then you're going to try to extend your legs. Have fun with it. Deep breath, feeling it through the core. This is your wide boat. A little bit longer if we can. And release, shake it out. Nice job. All right, I'm going to turn from the side again because we're going to do our staff pose. So I want you to imagine, first of all, my feet are flexed, my legs are engaged, my shoulders are down and back, and my arms are lined up with my spine. And my palm of my hand is lined up. And my head, imagine from the head to your tailbone, is against a wall. So the abs are pulled in, nice 90-degree angle. All right. Some of you, if you have little hamstrings being tight, you may have to bend your legs a little bit, and that's fine. From here, we're going to rotate those ankles. So just circle the ankles, lift that leg up, circle it around, and then change direction. Inhale as you start the circle. Exhale as you finish that circle. All right. So we started today's flow standing. Now we're doing some seated, and now we're going to take it down to our back, which we call supine. That's another thing you're going to have to know for the test is give me some supine poses. So remember, supine, you're on your spine, okay? So before we go down, we're going to do a little core work here. Extend your arms. You're going to dig your heels in with your legs slightly bent, and we're going to exhale as we come back, and then use that core to lift you back up again. Exhaling back. Inhale, come up. Breathing out as you come back. Breathing in as you come up. So only go back as far as you can that your heels don't lift up, and then come back up again. And let's add a little row here. So as we row, we're working through the obliques, and then we're going to twist to the back. So as we're going back, we're going to pull back, working through that upper back as well as the core. Inhale, exhale, pulling back, slow and controlled. And let's do a couple more of these, and then we get to finally lay down. All right, so when we lay down, remember we want to go as slow as we can, one vertebrae at a time. You want to control your way down using your core until the last thing down is your head. Once you're down, give those legs a nice hug. We're going to rock from side to side. Inhale, exhale. All right. So another request I had from one of the students was to do what we call the bridge or the back bend. So we're going to start with the bridge. And then if you're not comfortable with doing the actual back bend, you can stick just with the bridge. So we're going to have our arms long down by our side. We want to have our legs a comfortable hip width apart with your heel underneath your knees. And you're going to take a deep breath. And as you exhale, you're going to squeeze up. Bring your hips towards the ceiling, squeezing through your glutes, pressing through your heels. Arms are long down by your side. Keep the head and neck relaxed. And put the weight in your arms and upper back. Really strong pose. Deep breaths. Hold that bridge. Again, you want to try to hold these poses 4 to 8 to at most 10 deep breaths. So we could stay here. We have the option of doing that bound bridge where we bring the hands underneath, clasp the fingers together, and lift up a little bit higher. Deep breath. And release, and then slowly roll it down one vertebrae at a time.
One vertebrae at a time.
All right, so what we can do, I'm going to show you the actual back bend, and then if it's not comfortable for you, you can go back to this bridge, okay? But with the back bend, you're going to take your hands, and you're going to bring them by your ears, okay? Outside of those shoulders, and your fingertips should be facing towards your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, and you're going to press through your heels, press through your back, okay? And try to put the weight, distribute the weight evenly between your hands and your feet. Again, if this is too much, you can go back just to the bridge pose. So this is your back bend, or we actually call it the wheel in yoga. Deep breaths, and then slowly bring yourself down one vertebrae at a time. And then once you're down, giving those legs a nice hug. And then you can massage your back by just rocking from side to side. Inhale, exhale. All right, so from here, we're going to go into our dead bug and then our happy baby. So again, we can grab above our ankle, outside of your foot, or peace fingers and thumb, grab your big toe. You're coming here, your head and back is relaxed. You're opening those legs up. So this is kind of like the wide boat we did seated, but we're in a supine position. We're not moving. We're feeling that nice stretch. And then if we want to become the happy baby, we're actually going to add a little rock. And you can also lift your head, neck, and upper back as you scoop your belly. And we can rock side to side. We can rock forward and back. We can just have fun with it, make a circle. Deep breaths. All right, we're going to go right up to legs up the wall. So arms are long down by your side. From here, you want to imagine from the back of your heel to your bottom is against the wall. And I encourage you to do that after a long day of being out on your feet. You can actually go to a wall and just lay out here, maybe have a pillow, get the blood circulating back to the heart because it pulls at your extremities when you're on your feet all day, okay? So from here, we're going to just do what we call walking on the ceiling. You're just going to scissor those legs. Inhale, exhale, getting a little bit of movement here. And then see if you can spread your toes out, working the flexibility of the toes. We got some muscles in our feet that we need to actually get some extension on. And we're going to do a little bit of core work again. So put one hand on top of the other. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to lift your upper back as you bring your fingertips towards your toes and then slowly come back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Remember, your head is along for the ride. So you actually don't want to lead with your head. You want to try to get your upper back off the mat or the floor so that we're working through the abs. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Lifting up as high as you can and slowly come back down. Lift and lower. Couple more. All right, from here, we're going to come into our supine straddle. So just open the legs up. And then if you want, you can actually take your hands, press out a little bit more. And just let gravity take over. Let the legs just hang out to the side. Deep breaths. Again, holding it there. And then we're going to slowly bring those legs back together. And then we're going to take it to our full body stretch. So extend your legs out. Bring your arms over your head with your palms up. So we're going to do a little bit more core work here. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm going to talk you through this. So we're going to actually pull our belly button towards our spine as we breathe out. We have this low lumbar curve, which is important. That curve is supposed to be there. Okay, that's when your posture is in that neutral posture. So right now, take your hand, stick it underneath there, feel that curve. Now, if you want to actually leave it there for a minute and you want to take a deep breath in and exhale, you should pull your belly button towards your spine, and so that you're feeling that spine come in towards your hand and then exhale and release. So again, take a deep breath in, pull your belly button towards your spine, contracting your transverse abdominis, that deep abdominal muscle that is very neglected, and now let it go. Exhale as if somebody's going to sock you in your belly. Pull it in as you breathe out. Contract that core, and now release it. 2 more times. Breathe out, pull the belly button towards your spine, get rid of that lumbar curve, and release. 1 more time. Breathe out, pull that belly button towards your spine, contract that core, and release. Nice job. All right, we're going to take it over to our side, and we're going to practice our side plank. So from here, you're going to make sure your shoulder and elbow are stacked. We can make a fist or do those starfish fingers. That's optional, but very important that the shoulder and elbow are stacked, okay? We can have our legs bent at a 90-degree angle with one hip on top of the other, and we can just come right here, feeling it through those love handles, pulling in. All right, well, welcome to stay here. Another option is to extend one leg, then the other leg. You can have one foot on top of the other, and you can extend that arm up. So again, your goal is to try to hold this 4 to 8 or even 10 breaths. Working through that side, into that side plank. Working the obliques, deep breaths. Let's see if we can hold for a couple more breaths. And release. We're going to take that over to a little stretch for a second, just reaching it up and over. Stretching through those muscles we just worked, those good old love handles. And now we're going to take that same side plank over to the other side. Again, shoulder and elbow stacked, making a fist or hand is open. We're welcome to keep the legs bent at 90 degrees and push up. We can extend one leg. We can extend the other. We can put one on top of the other, reaching up into that strong side plank through this, really pull up through that side. Through that strength of the obliques, deep breaths. Couple more breaths if you can. And let's come down. Woo. All right, so from here, we're going to go over onto our stomach. So we call that the prone position. And we had a request of doing what we call the bow pose, because your body is supposed to look like the bow. You know, we got the arrow and the bow. I'm first going to show you a half bow and show you the full after that. So with half bow, we're going to extend our right arm out. We're going to bend our left leg and take your left hand and grab that foot, okay? So for some of you, this may be enough. You could stay right here. Otherwise, we're going to try to lift the arm and lift that leg up into half bow, deep breaths. And then let's take that same half bow to the other side. So left arm's extended, palm is down. You're going to bend the right leg in, take that right hand, try to grab onto your foot. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, try to lift up if we can. You want to press through your foot and through that hand, getting that dynamic tension. Deep breaths. All right, it's really important to counter that because it's a lot of flexion or extension through the spine. So we're going to come into our extended child for a moment. Breathe and relax. All right, so if we want to go into full bow, we're going to give it a try. The necklace just came off. You're going to actually bend both legs in, try to grab back. Again, you could stay here. If you're feeling enough of sensation, stay right here. Otherwise, you're going to try to lift the thighs off the mat, open up that chest. I'm pressing my feet into my hands and my hands into my feet, into that full bow. Deep breaths. Again, just doing the best you can. And slowly release. We're going to come into our strong tabletop and go right into our cat-cow flow. So again, starfish fingers, your hands are open. Make sure your shoulder, elbow, wrist are stacked and your elbows are soft and your knees are lined up with your hips. And we're going to round our back as we look to our belly button into that cat. And then we're going to exhale, arch our back into that cow and slightly gaze up. Exhale, round. And inhale, arch. Working through the mobility of the spine. This is a really good flow to do for the spine, that back, that all important back needs to be mobile and it needs to be strong. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. So ideally we want to exhale on the extension. So exhale, inhale. And you want to try to initiate it from the bottom of your spine and then slowly roll up. So it starts from the bottom of your spine, roll up, and then arch coming the other direction. All right. So one other pose that we had a request for is actually called the locust, Locust, not the lotus, because a lotus is a seated one where you're crossing your legs. But this locust is really, again, good for the strength of the low back, which is very important. We tend to neglect it, and that's why we have back issues. So you're going to come back down to your stomach. Your feet are going to be extended. Your arms are going to be long down by your side with your palms up. You're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to try to lift your chest, lift your arms up, and lift the legs up. And again, you're going to feel it through that low back. From here, we can add a little flutter kick. This is optional. So we're staying lifted in that strong locust, kicking a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Stay strong, feel that strength, and now relax down. Let your cheek or your forehead relax down, and let's just rock our hips from side to side. Taking a little break here. We're going to do that pose one more time. And again, we're going to have an option of adding heel taps this time. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to try to lift up. Just do the best you can. If it's too much, you can always make it a little bit lower, or maybe just lift the legs or just the arms. Otherwise, we're lifted fully. And then we're going to add a heel tap. So just try to tap those heels together. Inhale, exhale, staying strong. Inhale, exhale. And relax back down. Let your body just melt into the mat for a moment. Deep breath, rocking the hips from side to side. All right, so now we're going to do a fun pose. It's called wagging the dog's tail. So you're kind of in the position of extended child. Your arms are forward. Okay, so extended child, your bottom's all the way down and back. Well, we're going to wag the dog's tail. You're actually going to bring your bottom up and now wag from side to side. Just sway that bottom from side to side, wagging the dog's tail. Have fun with it. And now relax back down. And then we're going to slowly come up to our seated position for a moment. And we're going to actually be ending our practice with that relaxation contraction. But before we do that, I have a little bit of food for thought. So what I want you to do as I'm talking to you is you're going to come lay down in what we call your corpse pose. So let me show you that first. So in corpse pose, you're laying down on your back and your feet are actually flared out to the side. So they're like this here. They're out to the side, okay? And then your palms are going to be up and you're just letting your body be limp. So you want to think about relaxing your feet, your arms, your legs, your head, everything. Just imagine that your body is melting into the mat, or maybe you're floating in the water, the ocean, or drifting like a feather drifting in the wind. Just let everything be relaxed. And let's go ahead and close our eyes. So I just want you to listen to my words. This is a little story that's called Cherokee Wisdom. So again, hopefully you're in your corpse pose, you're breathing, you're relaxing. And I'm going to tell you this good food for thought, because our mind is very powerful. And so thought makes a big difference. We want to try to have positive thoughts. So here we go, Cherokee Wisdom. An old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. A fight is going on inside of me, he said to the boy. It is a terrible fight, and it is between two wolves. One wolf is evil, angry, sorrow, regret, greed, self-pity, resentment, lies, false pride. And the other wolf is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, empathy, truth, compassion, faith, kindness, generosity. The same fight is going on inside you and inside every other person too. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then he asked his grandfather, which wolf will win, the evil or the good? The old Cherokee replied simply, the one you feed. All right, so you guys should be on your backs right now, and we are going to practice that contraction relaxation. So a lot of times we don't realize where we're holding tension in our body until we actually tighten that body, part of the body, and then relax it. So we're going to start with the top of our head, and we're going to come down all the way to our feet. So I'm going to talk you through it, but I'm going to lay down and do it with you. So we're going to start with our head. So our whole face, the head, and the neck. So I want you to squint your eyes together really tight, press your lips together, and I want you to squeeze your whole face tight and press your head into the earth. So tighten your whole head, just tight, 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 tight. Now let it go. Let your eyes relax. Let your lips relax. Let your head, your neck relax. Now we're going to move to your upper back. I want you to imagine that there's a lemon between your shoulder blades. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to squeeze that lemon. Squeeze those shoulder blades together real tight. Squeeze, 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 but don't hold your breath. Let your breath flow, but hold that squeeze. Squeeze, now let it go. Let that upper back relax. Let it melt into the mat. So our head, our neck, our upper back should be relaxed now. Now we're going to move to our hands and our arms. So I want you to make a fist with your hands. Squeeze it really tight and then press your arms into the earth as if you're going to press the floor away from you. So you're pressing your arms into the earth. You're squeezing those hands tight, 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 tight. Keep squeezing tight, 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 tight. Now open your hands. Let them open. Let the arms just relax. So the head, the neck, the upper back, the arms, the hands are all relaxed. Now we're going to move to what we call in yoga your solar plex. So the core of your body, which is your low back and your abs. So again, I want you to imagine you're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, pull your belly button towards your spine. Pull in, contract that core, pressing your spine into the earth. Really tight, tight, tight. Don't think about squeezing your glutes yet. Just pull those abs in. Again, as if somebody's going to sock you in the belly and you got to brace that belly. So really, really tight. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep holding. Now relax it. So you should have that lumbar curve in your back. Relax your abs. Relax that low back. All right, now we are going to move to our buttocks or your bottom. So might seem kind of silly, but I want you to imagine that there's a penny between your cheeks and you got to squeeze that penny. So squeeze your bottom as tight as you can. Contract it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Tighter. Keep squeezing. And now relax your buttocks, that gluteus maximus, one of the biggest muscles in your body. Let it go. Let it relax. So our eyes, our head, our face, our arms, our upper back, our solar plex, our glutes are all relaxed. Now we're going to do your legs as one unit. So I want you to flex your feet. That means you're going to pull your toe towards your knees, kneecaps. And I want you to flex that whole leg. Squeeze it tight. Quadriceps are tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Pull those toes up. Tighten it so your heels are even lifted off of the mat or the floor because you're flexing it so tightly. Deep, hold, hold, hold. Now relax it. Let those feet just flare back out to the side. Let the body, the legs be limp. Again, just the whole body's relaxed. The head, the neck, the arms, the core, the upper back, your glutes, your legs, your feet. And we're going to just take some relaxation breaths here. Eyes are closed. So remember, when we take a relaxation breath, we're going to make the exhalation longer. So I want you to breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. And then I want you to exhale out, pursed lips for a count of 8. Let all that oxygen out, or carbon dioxide. Take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. And then exhale out as if you're blowing out a candle. Let it all out. Blow that candle all the way out for 8. Again, breathing in through your nose for 4. And then let everything out for 8. Let it all out as you feel your belly collapse back down. One more time as you breathe in through your nose for 4. Your belly should expand. And then as you exhale out for 8, let it all out. All right, we're going to wiggle our hands, our toes, our fingers, circle it out, circle the ankles, the hands. We're going to roll over to one side, and we're going to slowly come up to our seated position. And we're going to come into our easy pose. So easy pose is the position that is the most comfortable for you when you're seated, okay? All right, so we're going to end class by talking about the top reasons or why people practice yoga and what are the benefits of yoga, because that's going to be a test question and you have to get 3. We have the top 10 here and there's even more than that. So I just want to go over the reasons or the benefits of doing yoga. Stress relief, pain relief, better breathing, flexibility, increased strength, weight management, improved circulation, cardiovascular conditioning for sure, focusing on the present, and one of my favorites is inner peace. All right, so I have something that I want you to try to practice. Think of every day, at the end of the day, 3 things that you're grateful for so that you're ending the day on a positive note. So it might be you're grateful for your family, you're grateful for having a roof over your head, whatever it may be that day, things that you're grateful for. Thinking about the glass half full, vice half empty. Again, your mind is very important, it's very powerful, and we need to stay positive. And another exercise, so that's one, you're going to try to name 3 things that you're grateful for. And then something that I learned that's a good practice, and it has to do with a rose. So at the end of each day, you want to think about what the rose of the day was. What was the good thing about that day that happened to you? So the rose. Then you also want to think about the thorn. What happened that day that maybe wasn't so good, and acknowledging that is fine and letting it go. So we have our rose, something that was really good that day. A thorn, something that maybe wasn't so good. Maybe you were sick. Maybe you had so much schoolwork to do, you couldn't get outside. And then my favorite is the bud. So the bud is what you're looking forward to tomorrow. So you have your rose, what's good today, your thorn, what wasn't so good, and then something that you're looking forward to tomorrow is your bud. All right, thank you for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste. And my husband has to come turn this off because I don't know how. He sets it up for me. I don't know if we can cut it off. Anyways, it's all good. Let me see if I can figure it out. Can I? How do you turn it off?
Oh my God, I gotta do everything around here. Place is gonna fall apart. Man, she's really good though. Hey, did you see the cat and the dog today?
I didn't see the cat.
Yeah,
Okay.
see your cat.